Hello there and welcome to the series of videos that's going through the content of A-Level Maths. Here we're going to look at outliers, statistical outliers specifically, so we can answer questions from exercise 3a. So an outlier is a piece of data that has a value that is in the extreme compared to the rest of the data. Either it is extremely low in comparison to the rest of the data, or it's extremely high in comparison to the rest of the data. Now what we're going to look at is a few different ways that we can define outliers. None of these are pretty standard. Everyone has their own different way of doing it, and it will be given to you in the exam question how they would like you to define an outlier. But we're just going to see a few different ways here. So sometimes what they use is the quartiles of a box plot diagram. So it's the upper quartile. If it's bigger, if it's an outlier that's too high, it would be the upper quartile plus some constant times by the interquartile range, or in the opposite way around, for the lower quartile it would be if the data value is less than the lower quartile, take away some constants times by the interquartile range here. So what you would have to do is find this value here and then check whether your data point that you suspect to be an outlier is less than or more than these values here. Now generally k is given as the value 2 or maybe sometimes 1.5. It depends on the question and how they've given it to you and how much flexibility they're going to allow your data to have. Okay, so let's have a look at this group of data here. The blood glucose levels of 30 female students is recorded. The results in something per litre are shown below. So we've got from 1.7 up to 5.1. It looks like a lot of data is around this 5.1, but it looks like 1.7 might be an outlier. We'll have to see. So what they want us to use is an outlier is an observation that falls either 1.5 times the interquartile range above Q3 or 1.5 times the interquartile range below Q1. Okay, so that's what we're going to have to do then. We're going to have to find the, first we'll have to find the quartiles. So the way we'll have to do that is n divided by 4, which is 30 divided by 4. So that would be 7.5, round 7.5 up to get the 8th value. So we're going to look for what the 8th value is, that's 3.2. And then what we'll do from there is we will find the upper quartile, so we can get the interquartile range there, 22.5th data value, or in other words the 23rd data value, and that is 4.0. Okay, so now we know Q1 and Q3. Let's find the critical points at which we'll define outliers. So if it's greater than 4.0, Q3, add 1.5 times the interquartile range. So we get greater than 5.2. 5.2, if any data point was greater than 5.2, it would be considered an outlier by this rule here. And it doesn't look like we have any of that such data today. Let's have a look at the lower bounds. So it's less than Q1 minus 1.5 times the interquartile range. And this here gives us 2. So 2 effectively is our critical value at which we would say anything less than it is an outlier. And in fact, yes, we would have 1.7 as the only outlier out of our data set here. Okay, another set of data here. The lengths in centimetres of a 12 giant African land snails are given below. Interesting, interesting. Okay, calculate the mean and the standard deviation given by the sum of x, and the sum of x squared is 5,468. And then another way that we can define outliers is that it's an observation that's plus or minus 2 standard deviations from the mean. So we need to identify outliers that way as well. So we've got 2 ways of identifying outliers, and it will be given to you in the question as to what method they like you to use. So let's first work out the mean. So sum of all your values divided by how many there are, and we get 21 centimetres. The standard deviation is the square root of the sum of x squared over n minus the mean squared. So get your calculator out and work that out as 3.83. Okay, so what we'll have to do now is work out the critical values at which we would define our outliers. So if it's greater than 21 plus 2 lots of the standard deviation, 28.66. So if any data is bigger than that, then it will be an outlier. or if it's less than 13.34, then it will be an outlier as well. And now looking at our data set here, we have one outlier, that's the 32 centimeter value of the giant African land snails. Okay, so yeah, two separate ways of identifying outliers there. In a box plot diagram, what you would do is you would then draw your largest value at 24 and then put a little cross at the 32 value. It's also known as cleaning the data. Okay. Right then, so have a go at this question here then. Pause the video and see how far you get. Okay, well done for having a go at that question then. So the masses of Arctic foxes are found, and the mean was 6.1 kilograms. The variance on this was 4.2. So I think the first thing I would do is to square root the 4.2 to work out the standard deviation. And in this case here, square root of 4.2, I'm going to get 2.05. Okay, so an outlier in this observation is defined by plus or minus 2 standard deviations from the mean. Are any of these Arctic foxes outliers? So what we'll have to do first is work out those critical values. So if it's greater than x bar plus 2 standard deviations, which will give us 6.1 add 4.1, 2 lots of 2.05, so that would be 10.2, and the less than will be x minus 2 standard deviations, which will give us 6.1 minus 4.1, which will give us 2.0. So anything outside of this range of data will be an outlier. It looks like we only have one outlier. 11.5 kilograms is an outlier. Everything else falls nicely in that region. Okay. Part B. What is the smallest and largest masses of the foxes without being outlier? We've already worked that out, and it'll be 2.0 to 10.2. Okay, there we are. So that's the answer to this question here. Should be an easy exercise. Maybe skip through this exercise if you want to. Otherwise, do have a bit of practice on this. Make sure that you do find these questions easy. Right, thanks very much for watching.